Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We have got a big one here for you tonight at Anderson High School. The Madhouse on Mesa will indeed be that, because we have got a Shoal Creek Showdown on our hands, the first of the 2026 calendar year between your Anderson Trojans and the Traveling Knights of McCallum High School. We are glad that you are with us. We are pleased that you are with us here on a Tuesday evening. 8 o'clock tip. Looks like we're going to be getting started a little bit early here from Anderson High School. But you, as always, watching Trojans basketball on Vype Live. My name is Jack Farrell. I will be here with you through the duration of this one. And ladies and gentlemen, expect this one to be testy. We got a packed house here tonight. Both sides, both student sections, both fan bases are absolutely slammed, and wisely, both of those student sections are about as far away as they could possibly be from one another, because I have seen my fair share of Taco Shack Bowls and Shoal Creek Showdowns, and ladies and gentlemen, they tend to get intense. In basketball, baseball, football, whatever it may be, these two teams like to get after each other, and we have got a fun one tonight. The McCallum Knights enter this one at 7-11, coached by Daniel Fuentes, 1-0 in district play. Your Trojans are 8-14 on the regular season, also 1-0 in district play. Head coach Eric Swanson here tonight. These two teams both enter at 1-0. Alongside Bastrop are all the 1-0 teams here in district. Cedar Creek, Crockett, and Navarro are all 0-1. Lassa getting ready for their first one tonight, the only team that is 0-0 in district play. Got started right at the start of the new year. Missed that one. I personally missed that one. Cedar Creek game, Anderson, as I understand it, ugly early, but able to pull away there at the end. And this one is always going to get intense. Last year, McCallum won both games, 2-0, but the average margin was around 20 points. However, their leading scorer and one of the best players in the area, George McCoy, has moved on, as has District Defensive Player of the Year, Luke Dunham. Of course, now on the University of Texas football team, the star football player, Luke Dunham. McCallum riding a 3-game winning streak over the Trojans, but before that, Anderson had won around double digits back to when I was a student. Not at either school, but back in my high school days, the Anderson JV team getting a huge victory in that one. It was around 20 points the whole time. They started on a 17-0 run, so here we go. We are ready to go here from Anderson High School. Going to get it sent down to the PA here in just a moment. And when we do, we will get the announcements of our starting lineups and the opening tip. Once again, we're glad you're with us. It's another Shoal Creek Showdown. Got an extra admin on duty. You got the students separated on the opposite ends of the court and opposite sides of the court. McCallum to my right, Anderson across the way and to the left. I believe we will also have the national anthem before we get our starting lineups, and we're going to go ahead and send it down to the PA now. You are watching Anderson Trojan basketball on Vype. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. McReynolds, Perkins, Burris, Perkins, and Rickards, the starting lineup for the Trojans. Roldan, Plummer, Garnes, Alvarez, and Cook, the starting five for the OA Knights. 8 minutes up on the clock. 4 8-minute quarters. Getting started right on time here. Let's play ball, shall we? The opening tip won by Miles Rickards. And we are underway. Let's have a clean fight tonight, gentlemen, as there's Burris on the left wing, back up top to Rickards. Miles finds McReynolds. Trojans around the perimeter here. 20 seconds in. McReynolds attacks the basket all the way to the cup. No, Rickards is there on the glass to clean it up. And Miles said something, and let's get ahead of it early, shall we, officials? I appreciate that, because been to some of these contests, not in basketball, but it's gotten out of hand pretty quickly. Let's not have that here tonight. We do have some drums in the building for the Trojans. 2-0 here, 45 seconds gone, working it into the high post for Roldan. He'll pull up from the mid-range. No good. Rickards is there on the glass. Here comes Perkins. Across into the corner for McReynolds, now back outside, Ben Burris. Minute gone. Damari Perkins. Now Rickards back to Burris. Ben dribble drive, pass inside, finds Perkins underneath. Damari's got two. 4-0 Trojans, a minute 20 into the game, and McCallum the other way. There's Garnes with it, now over to Roldan. Up top, it's Plummer. Look for Roldan and Plummer. They're two go-to guys tonight. They're captains for the Knights. Roldan, one dribble, thought about the three. Instead, kick to the left, now to the corner. Driving in, there's Alvarez. Kicks inside to Roldan, lost it. Ball is loose. Roldan comes up with it. Burris is there, and we will have our first jump ball of the game. Of course, Trojans winning the tip. We will stay here.
Trojans ball, jump ball.
6 minutes, 17 seconds here to go in the first quarter. Pass to the corner, 3 ball on the way is good. Ethan Plummer from downtown, and he opens up the scoring for McCallum, makes it a 4-3 ball game, 2 buckets to 1, but a deep shot for McCallum early. Perkins lobs it cross court, it's Rickards. Coach Swanson barking out some instructions here. Now Perkins. McReynolds with Garnes defending, now off to Ben Burris. McReynolds. Denied by Garnes, now to Rickards. He'll put it on the deck, all the way to the basket, attacks Roldan, no. Burris gets the rebound, back outside, Noah Perkins open for 3. No good off back iron, but the rebound is long to Damari. Now Luke McReynolds a 3 ball, way off, and the rebound goes to Roldan, and here come the Knights. Pass inside, now kick to the corner, back up top for Roldan. Takes the 3, no good, wasn't really in rhythm. Gonna shot fake and then the 3. 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Trojans with a 1-point lead. Noah Perkins. Now Miles Rickards back to the left side. It's Damari Perkins. A pair of Perkinses on the floor to start for Anderson. Burris, now nice pass to Miles Rickards. Corner 3 ball, that's good.
Number 3, Miles Rickards. Assist by number 23, Ben Burris.
7-3 as the Trojans get the 3 back. Now back across, and right side, there's Plummer. Roldan, 1 dribble, back out. There's Garnes, he's a willing and able 3-point shooter. Now another lob into Roldan, 1 dribble to the baseline, pass inside is deflected. Plummer, and we have our second jump ball, the third in a sense, of the quarter. Noah Perkins going to check out, as is Damari Perkins, so once Perkins laid in lineup, is Perkins free. Zach Wallace into the game alongside Jack Bowie. No subs yet for the Knights of McCallum. Burris. Back to Luke. Gets around his man, pass inside. Wallace is there, Rickards is there. 3-pointer, no good, but 3 free throws coming. First foul of the game, Ben Cook picks up the personal. First one rattles home. Miles Rickards 6 points early. And that one drops home as well. Miles Rickards, the shooter's touch. He's made the first 2. Sideline warning, it looks like, on the McCallum student section. That's that same ref that talked to Miles. I like this guy. Keeping an eye on things. 2 for 3 from the line is Rickards, but the Trojans able to corral the miss. So they will continue with possession. It's 9-3. Trojans leading by 6. Pass into Rickards, 1 dribble, goes up with it. That's going to be good. Will they get the charge? And it's a charge. So Rickards picks up the personal. That's his first. Both teams now 1 foul. 3:37 to go here in the first quarter. Of course, fouls reset at the end of quarters now. I believe this is the second or third year of that rule. Roldan in the corner. Trojans content to have him away from the basket. Pass inside to Plummer. Back outside. Here's Alvarez. 1 dribble. Floater is no good. Rebound Zach Wallace going up strong for the board, as he tends to do. Pass up to Miles Rickards. Now Ben Burris. 1 dribble, and the Trojans will slow it down. They didn't have the numbers. 3 minutes, 10 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. And stolen away. That's Ethan Plummer. All the way on the other end. Lays it in, and he's got all 5 of McCallum's points. Trojans going to call a timeout, 9-5. First timeout Called by Coach Swanson. They'll have 4 remaining. It will be a 30-second timeout. So Rickards with 7 points, but he did pick up the foul. Plummer with all 5 for McCallum. Damari Perkins with the other 2. Not too many seats left. Certainly not in the McCallum student section, and you can see there's not a lot of room in the Anderson student section, and there is some tape there, because you don't want them right behind that McCallum bench. So it's a high security kind of night. Now here's Bowie. Jack Wood in the game now for McCallum, as is Tristan Wright, both seniors. Anderson has Burris, Damari Perkins, Cameron Pullen, Zach Wallace, and Jack Bowie. Damari puts it on the floor. Now back out Pullen, just a sophomore. Now Perkins. Again Pullen. 2:15 to go here in the quarter. All the way to the cup, Ben Burris lays it up for 2. That's his first bucket of the game. The Trojans into double figures first. It's 11-5. Here we go. Here's Jack Wood. And Jack Wood pass off to Plummer all the way to the cup. No good. Rebound batted around. Pullen clears it away. And Trojans strong on the boards here early. Jack Bowie pushing the pace for the Trojans. Now up ahead, Ben Burris. Patient into the lane. Damari Perkins going to drive the paint. Floater, no good. Rebound to Darby Rolden. All the way to the cup, lost it going up, but a nice rebound inside and up strong at the glass. First bucket for Tristan Wright. It's 11-7. We'll update the scoreboard here when we get a moment. And Perkins, loose ball, but Damari able to clean it up. 11-7, that's your score. 75 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. Pass to the corner, Burris. Driving the paint, back outside. Anderson, good ball movement, leads to an open 3 for Damari Perkins, but he can't cash in. Minute left to go here, just over. And here comes Ethan Plummer. Good screen from Rolden as Burris hits the deck. Step back 3 ball on the way, and that's good. What a shot there from Ethan Plummer, who's got 8 first quarter points. The Trojans still lead it by 1 with 50 seconds to go. Bowie drives in, pulls it back, had it poked away, but it'll stay here. Plummer with a heck of a first quarter. Trying to hype his team and the student section there for McCallum up. But here's Perkins. Damari back for Burris. Trojans gonna hold for now. Burris, good defense here. Got to get rid of it. And off to Jack Bowie. It was a long 5 seconds there for the Trojans. Under 10 to play. Trojans frantic. Bowie all the way to the basket. Tries to lay it up and is packed by Rolden. Plummer half court on the way, and that's going to be off. But a good end of the quarter for McCallum. The Trojans still have the lead. 11-10 after 1. Rough last possession there for the Trojans as they were scrambling all the way. But nonetheless, still with a lead, despite a fantastic quarter from Ethan Plummer and a highlight block there from Darby Rolden to end things. As we said, Plummer leads all scorers with 8. Rickards, the Trojan leader, with 7. Both teams 1-0 in district play. A couple other games going tonight. Cedar Creek at Navarro, Bastrop at Lhasa. That's Lhasa's first district game of the year. Crockett off tonight. And on to the second we go. It'll be a Roldan and a Wright alongside Wood, Plummer, and I believe Will Garnes. Yeah, number 3 out there on the court. Trojans will have Noah Perkins, Luke McReynolds, Austin Haywood getting his first minutes of action, as is Will McElvaney and Miles Rickards. Rickards aggressive there, already has the 1 foul. And out of bounds. Wright led a little bit too much. He said he got pushed, but Anderson just sort of got in his personal space and he tipped. Noah Perkins. Not a lot of action there in the first quarter. Didn't call his name much. Trojans look to him to score in this one. As McReynolds back out for Perkins. As there's Noah driving into the lane all the way to the cup. Just missed it in and out. Good move, but couldn't get the finish. Now here's Plummer. And a lob inside to Roldan. And Plummer active without the ball. Roldan passes off to Wright. Right into the paint. Kick back outside. Here's Wood. And the Trojans turn it over. There's Haywood. Excuse me, the Knights turn it over. The Trojans force the turnover. Perkins pulls it out. Minute gone here in the second. Pass inside, poked away. Perkins gets it back. A little force inside, but kick to the corner. Miles Rickards a 3. That's no good. McElvaney bats the rebound away, and it'll go out of bounds. But Trojans high motor on the board. McCallum able to get the ball back, though. Miller Stevens, the junior, into the game now for McCallum for the first time. Checking out is Will Garnes. .6:45 to go here in quarter 2. Jack Wood with it. Got to get it across, and they do. Still had time, but cross court. Plummer, dish inside to Wright. Patient dribble. Shot at the basket is good, and McCallum and Tristan Wright gives them the first lead of the game. That's Wright's second bucket. He's got 4. 11-12 now. Haywood, McReynolds thought about the 3. Pass in for Haywood. Spins, gets to his spot. Shot is good. A nice high arcing jumper from Austin Haywood as the Trojans take the lead right back. It's 13-12. 2 minutes gone here in quarter number 2. And here we go. Pass to Roldan at the elbow. A little further back from it. Plummer wanted the 3, but McReynolds did a good job navigating that screen. A lob ahead. And McReynolds got Roldan, and Roldan forced him to miss that shot. McReynolds wanted the foul call, but now McCallum the other way. Stevens to the basket. Foul call. So Miller Stevens to the line for 2. It's been a physical game, but not a, violent game so far. As violent as any contact sport can be. As 2 shots fall, make it 14-13. I assure you they will fix the scoreboard. McElvaney. There's Haywood. Apologize for the vision issues. Is McElvaney going to fire the three? That one will rattle all the way around and not fall. But McCallum with the lead and the ball. 5 minutes left. Plummer blocked on the way to the basket by McReynolds. Wallace, here's Perkins, gets to the cup and fouled going up. Can say it wasn't a foul, but it wasn't a travel. They didn't call it a travel, just out on black. As here's McReynolds into Haywood. Perkins across to Wallace. McCallum defense all over the place here tonight. Luke McReynolds shot no good. A rebound goes inside to Justice Conway. Conway into the open court all the way to the basket. Floater no good. Rebound Haywood, and that's got to be a foul on Plummer. So here 14-13, McCallum with the lead. Trojans, pretty hot start offensively, have cooled down considerably since then. Halfway through the quarter. Wallace trying to get position. Now McElvaney, they get it down to Wallace. Zach operating out of the post, a couple dribbles at the basket. Layup is good and one. Zach Wallace physical underneath, taking Conway to the basket. And the Trojans take the lead back and get a free throw out of it. Trojans looking like mass subs if Wallace were to hit it, but he didn't. But still, 15-14 is your score. 3-point ball on the way. Deep shot, no good. Rebound batted around. Same team there between McElvaney and Haywood. Wallace, pass to Perkins. Noah with the ball in the short corner. Now back outside for Wallace. McReynolds with Plummer defending. Now Haywood. Hand off to Perkins. Noah thought about the three. Instead, it's back out for McReynolds. Trojans feed it back to Wallace. 3:15 to go in the half. Wallace spins baseline, and Plummer picks up the foul. That's two. Yes, indeed, mass subs for Anderson. Nick Briggs into the game for the first time. Ben Burris will inbound. Damari Perkins there, along with Jack Bowie and Cameron Pullen. Pass out to Bowie. Jack lost it. Aggressive defense here from McCallum. Letting them play. Here's Briggs. Briggs dribbles. Turn back. Alvarez with the good defense there. Screen. Damari Perkins going to fire the three. No good. Screened by Pullen, and the rebound goes inside to Roldan. Trojans, they don't have anybody that big. Up across. Here's Plummer. Pass inside to Roldan. Turned away. Passes outside. There's Garnes now up top to Roldan again. Kick to the corner. Right. Shot fake. Drives baseline. Spins. Double comes, and that's going to be a foul on Pullen. Pulled him down. Plummer to inbound. 2:35 to go here in the half. There's Joe Alvarez working on Nick Briggs. Back for Plummer, defended by Burris. Cross to his right. Good defense for Briggs. The corner three ball on the way is good. There's Joe Alvarez from downtown. His first make of the day. And gives McCallum the lead back by two. Bowie. Now pass inside, pulling one dribble, and gets to the basket, missed the layup. And a timeout called. It looked like that's Will Garnes who took a shot underneath from pulling. He didn't go to the deck. If he goes to the deck, that probably goes the other way. But instead, Pullen missed the layup, and McCallum with the ball. So 2-point lead for McCallum, 17-15. They're outscoring the Trojans in this quarter 7-4. Is a full timeout. And on we go. Roldan in the game alongside Joe Alvarez, Will Garnes, Tristan Wright, and Ethan Plummer out on the floor with the 2 fouls. The Trojans going with Damari and Noah Perkins, Miles Rickards, Luke McReynolds, and Ben Burris. A near turnover. There's Alvarez. You got Wright inside. Trojans turn it down with the zone. Now Plummer flying all around. Man open in the corner for a moment, but here's Plummer. Back to Alvarez. One dribble. He's going to fire the 3. That's going to rim out. Rolled in there on the glass. The layup no good. Burris, and I think they're going to get it before the shot. The whistle laid as Roldan's going to shoot free throws. As Roldan has been a monster on the interior and on the glass, but that is just his first point. Trojans have done a pretty good job of keeping him away from the interior. Keeping him on the perimeter, on the elbows. Of course, like to use him as a hub out of there. As Miles Rickards going to put it on the deck all the way to the basket. A lot of contact, no foul called, and no frustration foul there, Miles, and he able to pull it back. Trojans now trail by 4, 80 seconds left to go in the half. Plummer, hand off to Alvarez. McReynolds gets a hand in there, and it's taken away by Perkins. Trojans going to push and pass outside Damari. He's going to fire the 3. That's no good. Rebound goes to Ethan Plummer. Trojans have gotten good looks from the outside. They just haven't been able to cash in. And a zip to the corner. rolled in, and that just rolled to him. Trojans fronted him with Burris, and it'll go out of bounds off of Anderson. Remember, they had McReynolds in the front of him. Burris to help in the back. And they're able to force the ball out of bounds. Zach Wallace into the game. Perkins and Rickards out, and Haywood in. Plummer able to just get a hand on that. McReynolds able to knock it out of bounds, and it will stay here. 47 seconds to go here in half number 1. Plummer. Wallace comes under the screen. They switch it off. Plummer shot at the rim, no good, but rolled in there and just too big for Perkins. And now McCallum getting scolded. So they get Rickards and they get Roldan for talking. Of course, no technicals, just a soft cut it out. Hasn't gotten too testy, but it is just the first half. Trojans need a bucket here, maybe 2 before the end of the half. There's Burris, a lot of contact on the wing, but you're not calling that tonight. Wallace back to Burris. Trojans had a hard time finding a good shot at the end of the first quarter as McReynolds hits the deck. A lot of contact there. Wallace with it, able to save it and get it away. They lob it back to Perkins. Lob up top to Haywood. It's slapped out of bounds. I think that went off of Haywood's knee, and it did. Is McCallum going to call a 30-second timeout to get a good look at it before the end of the half? And here with 30 seconds, Trojans need to play some defense because they trail by 2 scores or 3. You don't want to make it definitely 3, maybe 4. We'll have to go the length of the court. 4 seconds left, I believe. Of course, the timeout up on the clock right now. Yeah, 4.8. So call it 5. Here we go. They get it into Roldan. They're going to try to get it back to Plummer here. I'm almost sure of it. And that didn't go out of bounds. Plummer gets it back. I don't think he got that off. And it will not count anyway. So there's your score at the half. It is 24-15. Or excuse me, 21-15. I was looking at the 4 fouls from McCallum in the quarter. The Trojans had 3. So 11-5 quarter here for McCallum. As the Trojans trail it by 6 as we have 8 minutes of halftime. And we will get the sights and sounds of the Madhouse on Mesa. The Trojans need a bit better of a second half. They want to hold on in this one. We'll go ahead and take a step aside, and we'll come back with some halftime entertainment. You're watching Anderson basketball on Vype.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to recognize our sub-varsity players tonight. We start with the 9th grade B team. First up, Asher Lynch, Barrett Wright, and Jasmine Lynch. Next up, number 23, Evan Kowalski, Barrett Stevens, and Andrew Kowalski. Number 24, Tristan Gold, Barrett Vanessa, and Drew Nevada, Navi Vallejo, and Captain America is what my sheet says. Next up is number 40, Ben Lopez. Parents Kenny Lopez and Joe Lopez. Number 41, Jalen Hammers. Mom and Rowan is what she says. Number 50, Hudson Nelms. Dean Nelms and Brandon Nelms. Number 52, Blake Schwartz. And we're ready to transition to 9A. We'll just see them out. Okay. Number 0, Rowan Bess. With Emmy, Cece, Anna, and Ian Bess. Number 1, Nico Smith. Regina and Brian. Number 11, Gage Lundquist. With Karen David Lundquist. Number 13, Webb Marquis. With Carol Marquis, Andrew and Sam Marquis. Number 14, Tyler Mango. Christian Mango and Jim Mango. Number 20, Reese Packer. With Louise and Tommy Timmy Packer. Number 21, Grayson Rosebottom. Paris Joe and Amanda, Sydney's Lucy and Elle. Another famous for Joe. 22, George Buffkin. Susan and Ben Buffkin. Number 42, Harris Engel. Parents Courtney and Jim Engel. That's your 9th grade 18 this year. Now for JV team. Number 1, Brian Edmondson. Mom Amy Pena. Dad Brian Edmondson. Number 5, True Earswell. With Ocean and Robert. On Dad. Number 10, Connor Donahue. Parents Adrian and Greg. One eye of the church basketball program. Number 11, Max Peterson. Jacob and Garner. Asher Cohen, Alan and Holly Cohen parents. 13, Scott Swanson, Abigail, Mary Scott. Number 14, Conrad Amon, parents Charlie Pepper. Scott Hickey, number 23, parents Susan and Michael. Number 24, Princeton Kintor. Eli and Sword, Kintor. Number 25, Evan Clinkscales, joined by Matt's sister, Sarah, and David Father. Number 35, Ben Cousins, joined by Stephanie and Frank Cousins. And number 22, Yuri Ford, joined by Katie Cole. And finally, number 32, Eli Ellert. Mom Alicia, Elle, and Chris. Thank you everyone to the sub-varsity players and parents. 2025-26 season. Well done everyone. Thank you.
You're coming back in out of the half. 21-15 is your score after we get your 9th grade teams introduced here from Anderson High School. First half, defense heavy. Ethan Plummer leads all scorers with 8. They all happened in the first quarter. Darby Roldan and Tristan Wright have 4 for McCallum. A 3-ball for Joe Alvarez. And 2 free throws for Miller Stevens. Anderson has Miles Rickards with 7. And then Wallace, Haywood, Burris, and Damari Perkins all have 2. Trojans got to find the basket here. Just 5 points there in quarter number 2, but they only gave up 21, and if you do the math there, if you only give up 42 points, you feel pretty good about it. It's been as chippy as it usually is, but these officials and the admins on duty have done a pretty good job of that. But it's been a fun one between these two teams. Some fantastic defense, a lot of high-effort plays on the glass on both sides. A lot of bodies hitting the floor, 50-50 balls going either way. And both teams now coming out of the locker room. The Trojans making it out just now. 30 seconds here up on the clock. .36 p.m. here from the Madhouse on Mesa. It's been a good crowd. McCallum parents a little more unhappy with the officiating than the Anderson parents, in my estimate so far. Take that for how you will. But here we go. Getting ready to start the third quarter. 8 minutes going up on the clock. The Trojans will start with Noah and Damari Perkins. Damari and Noah. Miles Rickards, Luke McReynolds, and Ben Burris. And starters out there. Excuse me, actually, no, Ben Cook out of the starting lineup here in the quarter. Tristan Wright in. I believe that it was Cook that got shaken up a little bit early. Haven't seen him much since the opening minutes, opening moments. But here we go, Trojans get ball first. Really like to start this half with a bucket. As here's Burris, off the handoff to McReynolds. Luke puts it on the deck. Now back out for Perkins. Noah all the way into the paint, kick to the corner. It's an open look for Miles Rickards. Miles cashes in. Just like he started the first half, Miles Rickards starts the second half with a three-point bucket from downtown, and the Trojans cut the lead in half with one shot. It's 21-18. Anderson got good looks in the first half, especially from three. On the interior, the team without a lot of size, they're always going to have a hard time being elite on the interior, but he got good looks from three and just weren't able to cash him in. There's a fadeaway jumper, no good. Rolled in there, one dribble, takes it to the chest of Rickards, and it's going to be a charge. So a foul on Roldan. I think that's just his first, maybe second. I think it's his first. But here's McReynolds. Back for Rickards. Rickards a deep three, feeling it, and he's cashing in. Miles Rickards. 6 quick points to start the half. We got a tie ball game. It's 21 apiece here with 6 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the third quarter. McReynolds active at half court. Plummer, kick to the corner, going to try and repay it here. That rattles in. It's Will Garnes. Haven't called his name on the box score much yet, but that's his first make. Gives the lead to McCallum right back. Ben Burris kick to the corner. It's knocked away. Nice play by Garnes to force it out of bounds as Noah Perkins was there with an open look for three if that pass was completed. McReynolds. Lob up top, there's Rickards. Didn't quite handle it, and a foul called. And they're going to get Plummer. I think they might have gotten Alvarez on that, actually. It rattles in. Miles Rickards with 14 points. As that free throw is no good. So 1 for 2 from Rickards. It's 24-22. Pushing ahead is Alvarez, and a foul called on McReynolds. Is the whistle starting to heat up a little? The sub here for Anderson. Zach Wallace coming into the game. Garnes inbound, they get it to Plummer. Plummer pulls up from the mid-range and cashes in. Ethan Plummer up to double figures, the second player in the game to do so. He trails Rickards in points, but McCallum has a 4-point lead. And here comes Burris. Crosses to his left. McReynolds jabs. Now up top to the high post for Miles Rickards. Burris steps back, now back to Rickards. Screen comes from Wallace. Oh, my goodness. Sent rolled into the floor, his third triple of the half. And Anderson gets the lead back. Perkins comes away with it. Pass ahead. Here's Rickards. Miles misses the layup. Tried to get a little fancy with it. McReynolds threw it out of bounds. Rickards, though, with 17 points in the game. And 10 of them have come just in this quarter. Plummer. Up ahead there's Stevens. Now Roldan facing up. He's going to try the long two, and that hits back iron and in. 6 points for Darby as it's a 29-25 lead. Zach Wallace inside. Now cut off. Loses it. Ball is loose on the floor. Wallace to the floor. Ball still loose. How did that not go out of bounds? Damari Perkins, Luke McReynolds swing to the corner. Chase him off the three-point line all the way to the bucket, and good. Miles Rickards got 19 points, and it's a one-point game. (28-27). Driving in, and a foul called on Rickards. Two fouls apiece here in the quarter, 4 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Bowie and Haywood getting ready to check in. His first free throw up and in for Tristan Wright as McCallum has done a very good job making their free throws here tonight. As Rickards, Burris, and Perkins are out, Noah Perkins is in. McReynolds, Haywood, Wallace, and Burris, the five for Anderson. As no good and out of bounds off of Anderson. Wallace can't believe it. Stevens likes the call. There's no commotion from the Trojan crowd on that one. Plummer, pass inside to Roldan. Steps back out now without a dribble. And hand off to Plummer. As they get it to Roldan on the interior, double comes. And back outside. One dribble, no. Pass inside. It's Wright to the basket. Strong move to the cup, and Wright's got 7 points. McCallum lead back up to 4. Needs someone other than Miles Rickards to get into the scoring column here. Austin Haywood's going to try from 3. He's got 2 points. Zach Wallace up strong on the glass. Not the biggest guy on the court, but getting the rebound nonetheless. Unfortunately for Anderson, McCallum able to take it right back. As they pass inside to Roldan. Foul called. No shot. No shot. And the McCallum faithful once again incensed. And he was fouled on the catch. As McReynolds, I think, thought it was Anderson ball. It's pass to Wright. Backing in on Haywood. Gets around him. Nice move to the cup. Can't hit. Haywood has it slapped away from behind, and here's a foul going against Wright. Both teams with 3 fouls in the quarter. .3:30 to go. Wallace went through his hands. Bowie able to take it away out of his hands, and that's going to go off of Jack Bowie. Trojans got to be more careful with the basketball. As checking into the game is Jack Wood. Garn's going to check out. Plummer will remain out there with Roldan, Wright, and Stevens. Anderson with McReynolds, Haywood, McIlvaney, Bowie, and Pullen. Pass to the corner, 3 on the way, no good. Rebound up high for McIlvaney. And Bowie comes across court, back to McElvaney, handoff to Haywood. Haywood inside, gotta find help, and spins to the basket and lays it in. Sophomore Austin Haywood cuts the lead down to 2. It's 29-31. Shot from the corner is good. Stevens able to cash in his first three-point make. He's got 5 points, his first make from the field. And it's back to a 5-point lead for McCallum. 2 minutes, 30 seconds to go here in the quarter. Bowie attacks, kicks to McElvaney. His shot from the corner is good. A home roll for the Anderson Trojans. Gets the 3 right back. It's a 34-32 game. McCallum still with the lead. Anderson trailing by 2. It's a full timeout. Both teams with 3 fouls apiece. I'm sure my math is correct here. This is as loud in this gym on a Tuesday night. Don't want to send anyone home, of course. This is a special one. Perkins and McElvaney coming off the bench here. McReynolds, Burris, and Haywood. It'll be Wood in the game and Plummer. Roldan, Wright, and Stevens for McCallum. So same groups for McCallum. 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go here in the third frame. One more after this. Perkins, good defense on Wood. Roldan, Haywood gambled. Now he's got a free lane and kick back outside. Now cross to him. Plummer, good recovery from the Anderson defense. Nice move to the cup, no good. Rebound batted around and into the hands of McReynolds. He'll go ahead to McElvaney, and McElvaney through contact at the other end. Will McElvaney 5 quick points, and the Trojans have equalized the game at 34. Minute 40 to go. Pass inside, Roldan. Haywood defending. Got him in the air to the basket all the way. Misses the shot. Haywood's there. Pass ahead, Perkins. Damari. Kick to the corner. Now back up, and that's tipped out of bounds off of the hands of Wood. And Anderson retains possession. Minute 22 left here in quarter number 3. Ben Burris, now McElvaney, kick to the corner. Damari Perkins, shot fake. Burris, McReynolds attacks the paint. Reverse lay is no good, but the ball is loose, and I think that was off the foot of Plummer, and it was. So white ball. There's a lob into Haywood, one dribble. Shot at the basket, no good. Haywood tries to get his own miss. It's batted free by Roldan, but into the hands of the Trojans. McReynolds' 3 is good. The home carom gives the Trojans the ball, and they've got the lead back. It's been a good quarter of offense for the Trojans. Under a minute to play here. McCallum with the ball. As they try to get a quality look before the break. Plummer faces up Perkins, now swings it over to Wood. Screen comes from Roldan. Wood picking, rolling. Wood floater, no. McElvaney goes up strong for the glass. Anderson is just a tremendous effort on the boards today on a much larger McCallum team. There's now 22 seconds left. Down to 18. Here we go. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Down to 7. Down to 6. Got to do something. Here comes Haywood. Crossover. McReynolds. Haywood gets a good look at it. No good at the end of the third quarter.
After 3, Trojans 37.
This one's been as advertised.
Trojan fans, the fourth quarter.
As Miles Rickards, an explosion there in the third quarter. 12 points for him. Also 5 points in the quarter for Will McElvaney. Anderson just burst to life. It was 21 to 15 at half. Anderson able to score 22 points in the third quarter. And McCallum just 13. So Anderson trailing by 6 at half, leads by 3 now entering quarter number 4. If you expected anything less, I'm not sure what to tell you. Always fireworks, always excitement in the Shoal Creek Showdown. Which I believe we are still in the first academic year of the new moniker for this excellent rivalry. Trojans starting the corner with McReynolds, Burris, Perkins, and Miles Rickards. So Damari Perkins, Noah Perkins, Miles, Ben, and Luke. Alvarez out there to start. Joe Alvarez, 3 points of the game for him. Ethan Plummer with 10 inbounding the ball. Alex Hopper into the game for the first time to start the fourth quarter on the interior there, giving Darby Roldan a much-needed rest. I'm not sure he's come out. Tristan Wright in the game alongside Will Garnes, the three-point shooter. What's the... coming in.
Fourth quarter, Trojan fans. On the court for the Trojans, number 4, number 25, Damari Perkins, number 1, Luke Reynolds, number 23, Ben Burris, number 5, Noah Perkins, and number 3, Miles Rickards.
Couldn't quite tell what that was. But now it's McCallum ball, fourth quarter, with a 3-point deficit. 8 minutes to go on the clock. 8:55 p.m. here tonight. Plummer working on McReynolds. Some good hard screens here for Alex Hopper, who's in the game for the first time. Plummer rises, can't connect. The rebound loose, still loose. McCallum able to recover. It's Plummer. And he stepped out of bounds.
Trojan ball.
On the attempt to attack the basket there, Ethan Plummer stepping on the sideline. And it will go the other way. Burris gets around the defender. Alvarez kick to the corner, back to McReynolds. Luke gonna fire the 3 ball. That's no good. Rebound strong and off the leg of Perkins. Noah tried to sell it a little bit, but tough critics are these refs. (37-34) as Alvarez attacks, loses the ball, out of bounds. Burris wanted the call. He will not get it. McCallum retains possession. Out goes Hopper. Back in goes Roldan. A big man who's clearly in good basketball shape. Plummer gets it inbounds. He just goes to the safety valve and Tristan Wright. Garnes dribbling on Damari Perkins, now kicks over, and Rickards back to Plummer, fading in the mid-range, and that's good. Ethan Plummer's got 12 points, cuts the lead down to 1. As here are the Trojans on the other direction. Rickards feeling himself, That's good. Miles Rickards, the shooting night of his life. He's got 22 points, 15 of them in the second half. He's hit 4 threes here. Also a layup and 1 free throw as Plummer rises up and McReynolds got underneath him. That'll be a foul, shooting 2 free throws for Ethan Plummer. Rickards' 3 makes it 40-36. Reynolds didn't defend it poorly, he just got too far underneath Plummer, hence the whistle, hence the 2 shots, the first of which is good. The rumble from the Trojan crowd as that one misses off back iron. 13 points in the game for Plummer. It remains a 3-point game after the missed free throw, 42-37. Burris off to Rickards. McReynolds all the way to the cup. Tried to go high off glass, but Wright was there to affect it. And some good defense by McCallum. Under 6 minutes to play now. Here's Plummer working on Burris. Gets into the paint, rises, rattles out. Rebound Rickards. Rickards got the man in his air, but got the man in the air, but taken away by Wright. The pass ahead, McReynolds deflects it and takes it right back. Burris. 5 minutes, 20 seconds to go, and Wright on the feed to Rickards picks up the foul. Just the first team foul for McCallum in the quarter. Rickards. McReynolds drives the paint, kick to the corner. Noah Perkins for 3. No good. Rebound loose, and Rickards hits the deck hard. And it's going to be a foul underneath going against McCallum. I think Rickards did a good job of selling that one as Tristan Wright picks up the foul. As Rickards gets the call, and Wright apologize for any language on the crowd, Mike. As Damari Perkins checks out of the game, Noah Perkins stays in. Zach Wallace is out there for the Trojans. And they get him cutting to the basket. He loses it, able to save it to Noah Perkins. A risky play there for Anderson. Now Perkins. Quiet night for him tonight. And a loud night for him, Miles Rickards. Pass to the cutting McReynolds. Ball is loose, and it's a turnover. Under 5 to play. Here's Plummer. Head towards the basket. There's Garnes, zips it cross court. Alvarez making 1 3 in the game so far. Here's Plummer, 13 points in the contest for him. He's had a fine night. Crosses over on Wallace, all the way to the cup, contact, and gets it to go. Ethan Plummer, 15 points, cuts the Anderson lead to 1, and up ahead to Rickards. There's Burris. Finds a cutting Rickards all the way to the basket. Tried to throw it down, and contact, and Wright picks up the foul. And the personal steadily racking up here on Tristan Wright. He's got 7 points in the game. As here come the Boo Birds. As that is indeed 5 on Tristan Wright. Back into the game is Ben Cook, who exited early, was in the starting lineup, and we haven't seen him since, but now he's back in it. Rickards good from the line for 1. As Rickards 1 for 2, batted out of bounds. A white ball. Zach Wallace able to get it off of a McCallum defender. And no protest from the McCallum side. Well, the players anyway. If that's any indicator, I usually tend to think it is. McReynolds. Inbound to Burris. Ben going to fire the three. Quick trigger, no good. And rebound to Roldan and McCallum. Pushing ahead. Plummer gets into the paint. Foul called. No good. Free throws coming. So a chance to tie here with 4 minutes and 7 seconds left. Plummer with 15 in the game. Pardon me, a touch of the Cedar feet. 41-39. McCallum at the moment vacating the box. They will come in after this one. And pure from Plummer. Two for two from the line. Ethan Plummer equalizes the game at 41 apiece. And of course, here we go. Ben Burris deflected. Perkins able to get it. Half a quarter through, or half a quarter to the end, I should say, and we are tied up. Trojans need a bucket to come from somebody other than Miles Rickards in this one, who's on the bench at the moment. Fresh for the stretch. The jab step from Haywood all the way to the cup, and ooh, he got hammered. Not sure how that one not called in a night like tonight, but there's Haywood, gets it back. There have been some misses tonight. That probably the most egregious that didn't favor Anderson. But they're able to get the ball back. A lot of arm on that one from Roldan, but here we go. Garnes nearly free at the line for three, but here's Roldan. Back to Garnes, and he will come up and set the pick. Patient, he's going to lob it inside. Roldan, floater good. Under 3 to play. Burris. Back to Perkins. Noah. Handoff here for McReynolds into the corner. Perkins going to let it fly. Just hasn't been his night. As he remains scoreless. 2.5 to go. Plummer. All the way to the cup. Offensive foul. Wallace got underneath him. And these guards in this on both sides need to understand that if you are out of control going to the basket and a defender arrives late and gets underneath you, you are not going to get that call. It will go the other way. Nearly invariably. Here or there, but if you are slowly pushing your way to the basket and a defender gets there, that's going to be a charge. Anderson's seen it on this end too. And of course, I should give credit Zach Wallace. He'll do your dirty work, but he's no fool. Tie game. McCallum out of fouls to give. Of course, no free throws on an offensive foul, so if that had been the fifth, Anderson would still get the ball on the other end over here.
2 minutes and 23 seconds, Trojan fans, with a tie game. Trojan ball, timeout.
Burris back to McReynolds. Luke puts it on the floor to Damari Perkins. Miles Rickards back into the game. He's out there with Haywood, the lob deep, and Haywood pushed off the block. Rickards there, nice pass inside. He goes up strong to the basket, lays it up and in. Nice job. Nice little two-man game between Haywood and Rickards. Austin Haywood's got 8 points off the bench, and the Trojans have the lead. Timeout. Minute 45, McCallum trails by 2. .30 seconds left in the timeout here, 45-43. Minute 45. Jack Wood in the game to inbound the ball. Darby Roldan and Ethan Plummer, of course. Will Garnes in the game, as is number 20, Ben Cook. It's the starting five for McCallum, with Wright fouled out of the game. Anderson goes with Noah Perkins, Miles Rickards, Will McElvaney, Luke McReynolds, and Ben Burris. No dribble, taken away. Slow it down. 90 seconds to go here for the Trojans. Hand off to McReynolds. Off to Burris. On the deck, Burris drives into the paint. McElvaney is going to attack. And he'll pull it back out to Perkins, and Anderson going to go ahead and call a timeout with 73 seconds to go. It is a full timeout. Anderson going to talk things over. Miles Rickards has been a star tonight, 23 points. But Ethan Plummer on the McCallum side of things with 17, not too bad himself. Austin Haywood behind him with 8 points. And Darby Roldan also has 8. Tristan Wright, 7 points. He's fouled out on the bench. Next for Anderson is Will McElvaney with 5. But Anderson with the ball, only 1 timeout left. McCallum has 2 timeouts, but they are out of fouls to give. So any extra bump will draw the ire of McCallum fans, and will draw 2 free throws. As there's a pass inside to McReynolds. Aggressive D here for the Knights. Ooh, little grab in the arm there against McReynolds. Perkins, and there's a foul. Didn't see one as much over there. I did see one on this side. Got away with a hook on McReynolds, and it was called over here. And that is 5 fouls on Ethan Plummer, I believe. Some words of encouragement from Coach Swanson. I know he had a great game, and Perkins misses off the front of the rim. It's been that kind of night for him. But 104, and now McCallum's going to have to find another way to get a bucket, as Plummer, understandably dejected, headed to the bench. Is Anderson up 3? It's 46-33 now. 43, I should say. And a foul. Or no, excuse me, a timeout call. So Perkins, with the gift of an extra free throw, knocks in his first point of the game after missing 2. And now Anderson to be stout on defense, a couple fouls to give. We know Garnes, Alvarez, Stevens, all guys that have shown the ability to knock it down from deep tonight, trailing by 3. Maybe you go for a quick 2 for Roldan after Anderson has struggled a little bit from the free throw line here tonight. But both teams with just 1 timeout remaining. This is where it gets real finicky without the shot clock. So Burris, Wallace, McReynolds, Perkins, and Rickards in for defense. As expected, Miller-Stevens into the game now. Ben Cook, Garnes, Alvarez, and Roldan. Just about a minute even, 59.66. Gets it into Roldan, now back to Garnes. Garnes, don't need to rush it. Back to him. Putting the ball in his hands. Anderson with great aggressive defense as Wallace is going to get called on the slap. 46.9 now. Again, lob it back to Roldan. Stevens. Crosses left, working on Burris. Ben tried to draw the foul. Instead, it's a step back 3, no good. Would have been a disastrous turn of events for Anderson, as here's Ben Burris. And gets it across to Perkins. Anderson's got to worry about 10 seconds. Now off to Burris. Ben over to Perkins, into Rickards. Miles to the basket, back outside. Well-advised play. Rickards had to look at the basket. Instead, he gets it out. And we have a foul called on McCallum. Perkins back to the line. 16 seconds left. Both teams with 1 foul. Or excuse me, 1 timeout. Anderson with 1 foul to give. If 3, the 5th would be free throws, as Perkins way off on that one. When he needed it, he got it. On both turns. Looks like McCallum thought a timeout was called, and Anderson saying that should be a technical foul, but don't play lawyer ball. Here comes Garnes. 14 seconds left, down to 13. Tipped away, and Garnes going to fire from 3, and we're not going to get that call. McCallum wants it. They've wanted calls all night. You can't force the contact as the shooter. You can't jump into the defender. That's why you don't get the call. As Wallace steps to the line for 2. And comes an admin on duty. No good off back iron for Zach Wallace, as Anderson largely has not been able to make McCallum pay at the free throw line. Here comes the fan favorite Doran. Liam into the game, as is Jack Bowie, as Wallace goes 1 for 2 from the line. 3 points in the game for him. Don't foul. Don't let him get it off as Garnes floats it, banks it in. And hey, all Anderson has to do is get it in without incident. But a timeout called by the Trojans with 1.08 seconds left. Will Garnes banks in the 3. That's his second make of the day. He's got 6 to make it 48-46. Chippy to the end. Trojans happy. McCallum trying to keep the crowd in it, trying to make one more miracle happen, but 1.66 left on the clock, so they get an extra half second. .6 left. 48-46. Perkins to inbound it. Don't throw it directly to a McCallum player. Perkins able to get it into burst, and that'll do it. A little bit of danger there at the end for Anderson after the bank from Will Garnes. Some McCallum students. We're going to need some escorts here out of the game, but Anderson with an excellent win here at home. Police, okay, all right, let's get out of here. Anderson gets the victory to improve to 9-14 on the season, sorry. Call it a journalistic curiosity. The Trojans win 48-46 off a thrilling performance from Miles Rickards. 23 points in the game for him. Ethan Plummer fouled out late, but he had 17 to lead the way for McCallum. The Knights fall to 7-12 on the season. The Anderson Trojans improve to 9-14. 1-1 in district play now is McCallum. Anderson will play one more non-district game after this. That will be on Friday against the Maroons of Austin High School. That'll be on the road. And Anderson will resume district play right here next week against the Bears of Bastrop High School. That will be on January the 13th. That'll be here. So another home game next Tuesday. That'll be the next one we have. McCallum now 1-1. Anderson 2-0, improving to, number 1 in district. Bastrop taking on Lhasa tonight to maybe try and share them at 2-0. But Anderson wins the first edition of the Shoal Creek Showdown as testy and chippy as ever. And we wouldn't have it any other way. 48-46. Is your final score. The Trojans led by Miles Rickards, a huge game for him, as that will do it for us here tonight. McCallum fans consistently displeased with the officiating here tonight, even to the end. Anderson will take the win after a calm night from the crowd. 48-46. Got to make sure the students get out of here okay. Thank you for joining us here on the broadcast. Always a pleasure bringing you some Anderson Trojans basketball. As we said, we will be back on January the 13th for a game between the Anderson Trojans and the Bastrop Bears in what could be, another battle for first place here in district in the early going. Still, of course, a lot of time to play, but who doesn't want to be 3-0? The Anderson Trojans have an opportunity to do just that. We'll see you then. Thank you for tuning in, and my name is Jack Farrell. For all of the fine folks here in the Trojan Booster Club, for my QA, Miss Rosie Bega, back in the Vype Live studios, our technical director, Suna Venkat, and the big man, Mr. Merle Bertrand, for filling in for me last Friday and for running the whole ship here at Vype Media. We wish you a good night and a great rest of your week. We will see you next Tuesday against the Bastrop Bears. Good night, everybody.